But it's better if we do it live. Good evening, folks, and a big happy Easter to everybody, wherever you're from. I hope you get plenty of eggs off. I was going to say off of Santa there, but it's never mind. So tonight we were meant to have Rigga on, but he's been delayed. So we'll be speaking to him another time. But we do have a very special gentleman now. This gentleman's been with us before, but we were just chatting. It's been 2 years since this guy was on, and he's my brother from another mother, as they say. It's Matt Barron, or AKA the Paranormal Consultant.
What's up, everybody? What's up, brother? And yes, you said there was a gentleman coming on. So is there somebody else? Do I need to get going, or?
No, you're fine. You're fine to stay. There's Craig. That's Laura's other half. He's one of ours.
Cheers.
No, Matt's been with us 2 or 3 times in the past, but you know we kind of lost contact and stuff as you do, and so I invited him on because he was mailing me and saying, "Look, can I please come back on your show?" He's just going to agree with me anyway, even though I'm talking crap.
Every day I was sending him messages, and he just kept ignoring me. Kept giving me thumbs up every.
Because okay, Matt, you know. And I eventually caved in. I says, right, you know what, let's just do this and get this over with.
Yep, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you folks in 2 more years.
No, it'll not be as long the last time. Anyway, how we doing, young man? How's things?
Oh, beautiful, brother, beautiful. Been busy, been very busy. Got a lot going on. You're talking backstage, you know, Global Ghost Hunt. That's been geared up, and a lot of things have been happening with that. Myself, I've rebranded a little bit, I guess you could say, of the Paranormal Consultant. I've got new merch now. Trying to get a different variety of stream going and different show. Not so crazy as my previous show. This one I just started. It's called Paranormal Truth, and it's basically helping people either start in the paranormal or basically just telling them what actually happens. Try to get away from that Hollywood BS.
It's funny, because Amy Devine. Amy was with us last week, and she's going to be coming out with us, and she's just. I used the term newbie last week. Amy's just venturing into the paranormal field, so she'll find that interesting. You know, especially being a handsome guy like yourself as well, obviously.
Oh, now you're lying.
There's our Laura in as well. And Craig saying hello to his wife, even though they're probably sitting in the same room because they're married. You know.
Well, Amy, welcome to the field, and good luck, and have fun.
So tell us about the Paranormal Truth.
So, as you know, brother, I've had a couple of shows in the past where I just bring people on just like this. We hang out, have some fun. I've done some gaming streams and stuff like that. And not a lot of people know this, but I'm writing my own book, and it's called Paranormal Truth. There's a lot of books out there that teaches how to investigate. And
sorry, Matt, there's my wife out. Better say hello since you know she can hear. She's at the other end of the hall.
Of course. Hey, Sarah.
Continue.
But there's a lot of how-to guides of the paranormal, and I read through them, and they're not. They're just, you could tell they're scripted. So I wanted to write something that is actually a field guide or a handbook of the paranormal to give new people a chance to enjoy it and enjoy the paranormal and just basically pick up the book and go. Well, I decided I wanted to turn that into a podcast. So that's what I started doing. So I already have a couple episodes in, and basically it's just a place where everybody can throw their 2 cents together and help new people or even seasoned investigators, give them an opportunity to learn something new. So a little more structure to it, unlike my usual, but I mean, there's still my usual chaos. So,
well, you wouldn't be paranormal consultant without chaos. But I think that's a brilliant idea because, you know, to say Amy, she's just starting to get into paranormal, and there's a lot of people don't know how it is over your end. Over in the UK, there's a lot of people just getting into paranormal, but the trouble is, a percentage of them are watching these overnight mediums and stuff, investigators particularly on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm not putting TikTok down because, you and I are based on TikTok, but they're watching these clowns, who have been maybe doing it for 2 or 3 days or a couple of weeks. And, they're taking their kind of point of view and we better do it this way. I think they're better listening to, let's face it, Mark, none of these are experts.
Yes.
None of these are experts. But for people that have been in the field like yourself for, I'm not going to say how many years because that will give your age away probably.
It's definitely double digits, and there is a 2 in front of it. I will say that.
A 2 in front or the back?
Dealer's choice, whatever you guys want to figure out.
I'll go for 20 plus then.
You're right.
You're looking pretty good for your age, I will say.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why the camera can only see a certain height up. You know what I mean? So.
Well, it's just as well the camera can't see for the waist down because I've got my pajama bottoms on.
Oh, that's fair play.
Well,
I did. I don't know if you saw backstage, but I did prepare myself for the occasion. I wanted to make sure.
You did your hair, didn't you?
Yes, I did, just for you.
That's quite bright, actually. That's very bright.
That's that beautiful light I have ahead of me.
You see? Look at me.
Oh, Lord.
I think that's meant to say, well, I bet Scott's got PJs on. Yes, Laura, I do have PJs on.
I've just got my sweatpants and I got my my slippers, my house slippers on.
Sweatpants. I love these Americans. We call them joggies. You just call them
that's
sweatpants
fair.
on.
Fair play.
We call them joggy bottoms here. There are some people who call them sweatpants and stuff, but they're just kind of posh, I think. I don't know. We call them joggies. But I get back to what I was saying. What was I saying? I
missed that.
So you've been in the field for X amount of years.
Correct.
Guess we should be grateful. Well, you see, Laura, it's not quite got to the short temperature yet. I wore shorts once last week and I regretted it, Mark. I regretted it.
Like we said in our private messaging, the weather's been weird here. Like it would be 70, 80 plus, you know what I mean? Like really hot. And then the next day it would jump down to almost freezing. And that's our weather. It's just insane. Like today it's in the mid 60s, which is pretty nice, mild. Tomorrow it's going to be, I don't think it's going to get above 40. So just above freezing. And that's the way it is.
Well, as you see, I've got chicken legs. I've got lovely legs, Laura.
I do not.
I
do not.
I know I've seen your pins. Keep them away, please.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Anyway, it's the same. I took the dog out this afternoon and the sun was shining, it was dry. And there's a field at the bottom of a hill where we stay. And it's literally, it's not even a 10-minute walk. I get down there and big grey clouds, rain and hailstones.
Yep.
Just boom, down the I was drenched. But it was sunny when I left. You've got literally less than 10 minutes. And I was
well, we said for where I'm from, you see all 4 seasons in one day here. It'll be in the morning, it'll be nice and cool like a fall day. Then it'll get to spring, then it'll get hot, and then right down into winter towards the end of the day. It's insane here. That's
what Scotland's like. Comfort is key. It is, Amy. You want to sit about in your boxers or your sweatpants, shorts, whatever, your wife's dress, whatever feels comfortable.
Hey, I don't judge.
No, I need to shave my legs first before I do that. But I'm going to get back to what I was saying.
I miss this. Yeah. I miss hanging out with you, brother.
I've missed you too. It was snowing. I seen that because Rigga, he's from Glasgow. He sent me a wee video this morning, and it was like heavy snow in Glasgow, up North Inverness and all that kind of area. It's really, really heavy snow. We've had nothing. We get hailstones and that was it. Aye. See, anybody who's watched Matt and I before will know that we kind of start paranormal, but then it ends up talking the crap.
You know, it all comes down to when you're dealing with paranormal, you're dealing with anything that is outside of normality. I am paranormal. I am not normal by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, anybody that's into the paranormal is not normal.
And that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it fun, though.
Sounds like Scotland today. Sun, snow, rain, all in one. Aye, that's exactly what we had. Aye, so getting back to what we were saying, maybe.
Sure, why not? It's your show, brother.
I know, it's my show, so we'll talk about whatever I want, you know. So let's talk about how to pack a suitcase suitably for going on holiday. What was that?
Just throw a bunch of random crap in a bag and go.
Aye. Or how to cook a chicken upside down. No,
very carefully.
Very careful. Anyway, aye. So a lot of new people coming out of the paranormal. Some are listening to these overnight clowns on TikTok and stuff. But I think it's good if you've got like a podcast or whatever you can go to that you can get advice from and tips from. Yeah. You know, because they say that you got these people out there that say, I'm an expert in the paranormal and you're doing this wrong and you're doing that wrong. And I think you'll agree with me, Matt, when I say there's no kind of right and wrong way to do it.
100%. 100%. You know, there is science to what we do. Obviously, there's a lot of equipment that is very scientific, but there's no 100% proven way to do what we do. I mean, I've gone out numerous times and just taken my phone with me, and I've got some great evidence. Just thrown on the digital recorder and just talking. But I've also taken a lot of equipment out and still had some really good evidence. So there's no exact science behind it. And to me, if I see anybody call themselves a professional paranormal investigator or an expert, I steer clear of them. Because number one, that's a dead giveaway. You're not.
I find it insulting as well.
It is.
You know, there's one particular idiot on TikTok that's saying he's either going to be the best or he is the best paranormal investigator, you know, in the UK. And I find that quite insulting to people.
You know, I look at people who have like the TV shows. There's one specific one, you know, my hot button, you know him, who I'll give you a clue, folks, rips his shirt off. Everything's a demon. Anyway, they all think that they're like the best.
Who can it be?
I don't know. But you know, that's good for them. It's really good that, you know, they have these followers. They're trying to get those followers, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, when it comes down to actually being an investigator, you can tell they have no idea what they're doing. They're going to end up, they're going to ruin it for themselves. And real investigators like us, we're going to sit there and go, told you.
Aye, it's that. It's one of the told you so moments, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a shame, but because anybody, you know, there'll be people who want to come out of the paranormal field and they'll watch these people, you know, and there's a chance it'll put them off.
Yeah. Well,
you know, so.
And see, that's why I deal with like a lot of really good individuals like yourself. And we were talking about Brian John earlier, you know, people like us who want to help the paranormal field and want to help these new people and even the seasoned investigators. You know, we all learn something from everybody. It's not a competition. It's not who's better or who gets the better evidence. It's let's have fun. Let's enjoy our field. Let's have that passion for the field and let's help. Let's help the locations. Let's help the spirits. Let's help, you know, our clients and help each other. That's what it's about.
No, that is. We're just about Laura's put up Ouija board, sacred ground, tarot cards, vain, egotistical, freaking cabbage, and I don't use that word like with Scott. She does it. Laura's got I don't know if you've got a fear or a phobia of cabbages.
Me, no, I don't. Well, certain health.
Laura has.
Oh, Laura has. I thought you asked me. I was like, I don't. It depends on how.
I don't know.
Depends on how it's made.
Laura's got a phobia of cabbages for some reason. But no, there was an incident a couple of weeks ago. Laura's, I'll quickly fill you in. There was place where we get married was to tell you backstage where we get married and what have you, the cut card. There was an individual went over with a Ouija board to offload a negative spirit, basically. Now, this Kirkcast's a peaceful place. We've been doing it for about 4 years. Never had anything negative. We've been told to F off, you know.
Yeah.
A couple of times. Paddy has broken another one of your cars. Paddy's our dog.
Oh.
And Sarah will be talking about one of my Lego cars.
Uh-oh.
That'll be dealt with after the show. Sarah and I are into Lego, so we bought these units, you know, to display them.
Yeah.
But we've had to move everything up high because he was born last June, so he's about 8, 9 months, something like that. My maths,
give or take,
crap. And he just grabs everything. If you stand still too long, Laura, Craig will tell you as well. They see a lot of him. He just goes for every single thing, and see once he gets it, he'll no let go. You know, and you think, oh, and there'll be quite what I imagine most dogs have. He's got a grip like a vice. You know, and just no matter what you do, it'll no let go. But that'll be one of another one of my cars up with Swanee. Anyway, so this guy using a Ouija board at this cut card to offload a negative spirit, so to speak. So Laura and I went over and let our feelings be known. You know, think of a toddler, sugar rushed but adorable. Basically, that's what he's like. He's got a dynamo battery stuffed up his ass, basically. You know what I mean? But that's what this guy was doing. And you try to tell him, you don't bring something like that into, you know, a peaceful location.
Yeah. Because
you don't know, one, you could upset the spirits that are already here, or two, you could actually bring something in.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, there's a lot of controversy with the Ouija board, and a lot of people go back and forth with it. But my thought is it's a tool. It's a tool just like anything else. If you use it properly, good. If you know how to use it properly, good. But if you don't mess with it. Don't mess with something like that you don't know what you're doing. I mean, ask.
100%. You know, I talking about Scott, sugar rushed but adorable. So sweet, so sweet. No, I totally agree with you, Matt. We don't use a Ouija board. You know, we never have, we never will. No offense to people that do, but you know, it's not that we don't trust them, but we don't know enough about them.
And that's it. And I can respect that. Like, trust me, I know how to use one. It's just that's not my thing. Like, a lot of people, especially like there's new people in the paranormal, like Amy, you're just starting out. You'll find out that there's certain tools and different pieces of equipment that work well with you, and then there's just some that don't, and that's fine. And that's where I'm at. Like the Wicked Queen hiding back behind here, she loves her crystals. She loves dowsing and communicating that way. Me, throw down a recorder, throw down a video camera, and let's have some fun. You know, we'll do what we're doing like right now. You know, you just got to find what you're good at and what works with you.
You're kind of like us. You're kind of basic. You know, I don't mean as in.
No, I am that. I mean, she'll say.
Well, okay. Listen, Matt, I knew that the first show we did together. I thought this guy's, you know, cabbage, basically, but we love him dearly, and we shall tolerate him. But no, we're very much alike. You know, as you see, you find things. We've had a lot of luck with the Necrophonic, a couple of simple REM pods, K2 meter.
Yeah.
You know, nothing fancy. Laura uses I was going to say video recorder, voice recorder on her phone as well.
Yeah.
Investigations.
It works.
And the amount of EVPs that were picked up is insane. You know, and I'm not talking about the odd word, I'm talking about sentences.
Yeah.
actual sentences, whispered sentences. The thing is, with this cabbage, he's not respectful to. He's not respectful to him. It's all about fame and money. If a moment. Aye, he's saying he wants to build his brand. This is going to be his business. He's going to travel the world, write a book, all that kind of. But he's only interested in,
honestly, brother, that's one of the reasons why the Wicked Queen and I got out of a team setting, because a lot of the investigators, that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to, build up fame and popularity and make money doing this. And that's just not us. That's not what we're about. And
no.
I have no respect for people like that. But at the same time, I wish them well, obviously. If they do, great. If they don't, whatever. But I've said on my show numerous times, if you want fame, you're in the wrong business, because this is just like if you play sports like football or baseball, whatever, how many people are actually professionals? Not very many. There's millions of people that play that sport, but only a handful get to that level to play and get paid for it. It's the same thing with us. I mean, who knows? Maybe one of these times you or I might be on a live stream and just the right person, catches our show, and we could get paid to do this. But the likelihood, slim to none.
You see, they paid to do it. Laura said loud, and last time we were there, I got an EVP saying, "Do you want me to show you now?" That's what I mean. So we do pick up actual sentences,
Yeah.
I don't know, Matt, the paid thing has never appealed to me, because I think that, I've always said that if somebody, or as you say, it's probably never ever going to happen. If somebody offered us to do, say, a 12-show series, whatever, I think we would turn them down.
Well, funny enough, you should say that. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but there was an opportunity I had for a show. I was actually offered a contract. I had the contract right in front of me. The money was really good. I won't lie about that. It was really good. But they wanted me to act. If something happens, like something as simple as a knock, I had to freak out. If there was nothing going on, we had to fake evidence. And I said, no, that is not who I am. I won't do it. I said, my team and I can be entertaining on our own. Because I had a team full of basically me's. Like, it was like a bunch of me and you. And I said, you came to us. It's either you get us or you don't get us at all. And they said, well, we care about the ratings and this and that. And I said, I get that, but I'm not faking my evidence. And I'm not going to act scared if a little bump happens. No.
Once you do that, and once you start accepting money for it, and whether it's under contract or no, it takes the personal side away from it. And so then you're working. It's going to sound kind of corporate. You're working for the man, basically, and you signed this contract, and he says, well, I want 12 episodes. But yourself, Matt, as I said many times over, you do an investigation. Sometimes you get nothing.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 hours, whatever, you get nothing. But, if you're under contract and the boss man's there saying, well, that's not good enough.
Well, and see, that's the thing. Like, I can respect that. I can respect they want their ratings and the views and all that stuff. I get it. But when you put yourself into the position of being in front of a camera, even something as simple as what we're doing here, you have to be entertaining. You have to have that personality, and you have to have some sort of connection with your audience. Like, you and I, we can sit here and just talk about anything, and we'll have a good time. And I'm sure somebody in the audience would get entertainment out of it. But that's our personalities. Wicked Queen back here, she's the complete opposite of me when it comes to being in front of the camera. But she has her own way of entertaining her viewers, and that's her thing.
Everybody's got their own gift. I mean, I've watched some shows on YouTube and seriously boring. The people, even the tone of voice. I mean, I'm not telling people how to do their show, far from it. But you get people and right. Good evening. We have, Neil Sedaka tonight, and he's did an investigation, and you're sitting there thinking, "Oh my God, I just want to go to my own funeral."
No, I will say
You know,
if there's some people like that are just starting, like Amy is, right? Amy, if you decide you want to start a podcast and you're not used to being in front of the camera, practice. Just practice with it. Have a conversation, have fun with it. You don't have to be, all high octane, your sugar rush, but be yourself. Have fun with it. Get used to it.
no, exactly. A comment for one, I'll stick on these say. I watched other guys that going, good evening, and blah, 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 blah. Like, whoa, take a step back, turn the dynamo down a couple of notches, take a breath. You think they're breathing through their ass because they never stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I do most stories of PIH. I'm deaf, so don't work. However, I've been told by many people to seek publication if I did. The fun would go. See, let's read that again. I do most stories for PIH. I'm deaf, so don't work. However, right, so it doesn't really work because I'm hearing. Yeah. I've been told by many people to seek publication. If I did, that the fun would go and the passion would diminish. This is exactly what we were saying, if you're working for the man or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think with podcasts, I mean, you know yourself, Mark, I don't know if you watched our first kind of 4 or 5 podcasts when it was just Sarah and I, way back, 2020. They were a mess. They were crap.
Better than mine.
Well, aye, that's obvious. What can I say?
My first show I did, or episode, I literally had my phone like 10 feet above me with a 50-foot microphone cable hooked up to my it was terrible. I was in a cemetery. I was going to do a how-to investigate video, and it was crap. It was absolute crap. And then I started doing videos and podcasts from my car. So I'd just be driving around, just talking to people. Then it went to a laptop sitting on my underwear drawer, just sitting there hanging out, having fun. And it evolves. Your podcast grows.
It does evolve, I mean, our first podcast, our first live, I had my phone, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarah would, I think did a laptop at the time. Sarah was on a laptop in one room. I was on my phone where you set a headphone in. And it wasn't until later on that I watched it back that I realised for most of it, folk were looking up my nose.
Yep. Been there myself.
Because you don't think it. The camera's just right kind of there, so it's looking right up your snout.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible. And see, our first, maybe we had 3 or 4, but they were terrible. But we kept at it, and I wouldn't say we're mastered at anything, but we have. I think a couple of weeks ago, whatever, Sarah and I looked at our current podcast. I don't know if you do this, compared to our first podcast.
Oh, no.
And you can see the difference.
Oh, no. I don't even tell my audience to go back.
You're probably still as handsome as you were when you started, maybe years ago. I was trying to be polite. I was trying to be nice.
You know what? I'll just say this. I had a worse quality camera. I'll just say that. Yeah. And now I have a good
quality. Obviously, over the span of the X amount of years, your hair has fell from there to there.
It runs away. Yes, it runs this way.
Yeah. It's got your mouth mixed up with the.
I just super glue it. I just shave it here and I just start adding it. I glue it.
Oh no, I need to shave every day. I can't. No, but I mean, as you say, you evolve. You get better. Not maybe not 100% better, but you pick up what works, what doesn't work for yourself.
Yeah.
And as you were saying to Amy, if she ever does, but I mean, she did it. I think this was her first one she did with me last week, and we were on for about 2 hours. Yeah. And she's totally fine. Yeah. Just sitting, chatting away. And I think people appreciate that if you just go on and be yourself.
Yep. And that's what I've been doing since day one. Just I'm having fun with it. I don't script any of my shows. I refuse to. I keep everything. I keep the flow going. I make it more of a hangout conversation. I have fun with it, but the main thing for me, excuse me, is to keep the audience involved, because that's one thing when I was thinking about starting, I wanted to do was keep the audience involved, because I couldn't tell you how many shows I'd go on and watch, and you just say something like "Hi" or "I'm here to support you," and it just right over. They completely ignored you, and I hate that.
I've watched quite a lot of shows like that, and you'll stick a comment on, Evening from Scotland or whatever it might be, and they just they don't put any comments up.
Yeah.
Which I think's totally wrong. Hey, granted, I'll stick your comments up a wee second, Laura. Granted, sometimes you don't have time.
Yes.
To put all the comments up, because if you yourself, Matt, if you're that busy chatting and somebody's putting in a lot of comments, you're trying to. It's hard to balance it sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to seem ignorant to your guests that you're constantly reading comments, but you don't want to seem ignorant to the people who are making the comments. So it's hard to find a balance, And I've done shows, no doubt you have as well, and you've no time to put up everybody's comment. And people have mailed me after it saying, I made a comment, but you never put it up.
I've had a couple of people mention it to me, and I've seen it in chat. So for me, what I would end up doing is, if I have a guest that is very, like, we can talk and we really click really well, I'll ask a question, they'll answer it, and then before my next question, that's when I'll go to a comment or two, and I'll bring some of them up. And I'll just tell people, if I don't see your comment, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's we're having a conversation. We're having fun. Leave your comments. We'll try to see them. We'll try to get to everybody. But if we don't, sorry. We do appreciate you being here.
I'll put these. I better put these comments up first.
Speaking of which,
I've already read that. Have I put them? Yep. I've read that one. I just realised Big Cheese is Rigga, by the way. Matt, in case you're wondering. No, he was over it. He's still over at his mum-in-law's, Laura. So he wouldn't be back in time. Scott's controversial styles would keep guests coming back. If it was staged, people would be bored. People know when you're being real. Controversial style. I like that. I like that one. I'm keeping that one. I'm family, not a guest, dear. Your bestie, no where she's doing. Always get time for you, dear. Always. But sometimes it's not always possible to put the comments up. You know that. You've done podcasts, Laura. You know how it works sometimes. You know what I mean? I would see if you've got, I'll give you an example. I'm no name dropping, whatever, but last year, I don't know if you watched the Saw films or not.
Oh, yeah.
Well, last year, I had Costas Mandalore on.
Okay, yeah.
You know who he is?
Yep.
Detective Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
I had him on. And there's so much I wanted to, because I'm a massive Saw fan. I've been since 2004, whatever. So to me, it was like a dream having Hoffman on my panel.
Yeah.
So much of it, but people, and I mean, no disrespect to them. It was great because obviously people watching are curious as well. Mm-hmm. But his name drop. I'm not name dropping. I'm giving an example, Craig. But I had Detective Hoffman on my panel. Have you ever had him on? That's name dropping.
Yeah, that would be.
That's name dropping. This is just casual chat. There's a difference. So yeah, it was hard to kind of balance, because I like to talk to Costas as much. He is coming back, actually. Name drop. I'm name dropping there. He's coming back.
That's a name drop. See, now that's a name drop.
As you said earlier on, it's my show. I'll drop whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to find that balance. But you need to keep it entertaining. But as Craig says there, people know when you're being real. People know when it's scripted. And I'm the same as you, Matt. If I'm watching a show and it's all scripted, I just get bored.
Yep. Now, it depends, though. Like, there's certain, now here's a name drop for you. So one of my good friends, his name is Tanner Rutledge. He does Ghost Hunter.
Never heard him.
Tanner's amazing. Love Tanner. And he does script his stuff, but he has more notes. It's not really a script, and he can just read them off. If you can make it fluid, and seem natural and make it your own, 100% go for it. Because that's how some people are. You know, not a lot of people are blessed like you and me who can just say whatever we want and make it work.
Thank you, young man. But you also need to make it entertaining for your guest.
Yes.
You know, I mean, the audience are a big part of it, but the other side is you want your guest to, you know, after it to say, oh, I'd love to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I, we've been quite fortunate that it sounds like being big-headed. It's no. And if it is, well, I don't care. No, I'm kidding on you.
I wouldn't blame you anyway.
But we've been fortunate enough that people say, I'd love to come back on. Send me some more dates and I'll arrange it, you know, and, you know, because then you know that you've done, I was going to say a good job. It's not really a job.
No.
You know, but you
made them comfortable.
Then you know you've done it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and at the same time, you're trying to concentrate your audience, try to concentrate your guests, but you also want to have fun with it. You don't want to think, oh, I need to go on this podcast and entertain X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that just takes the passion out of it. And pardon me, people can tell that. I mean, you're just sitting there and I really cannot be annoyed with this.
Yeah.
But
well, and you're right. You have to have that passion for it. I mean, example, this is my third show this weekend. I've had one every day this weekend from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I enjoy it. I love doing this. And that's why, like we were talking about taking a break earlier backstage, that's sometimes when you need to, when you feel yourself making it, you're forcing yourself to be on these shows. And, you know, you'd want to, like you want to look forward to doing the show. It's like, okay, I've got this person coming on. I'm really excited to talk to them. Or like today, I was so excited because I get to hang out with you. It's been, like you said, 2 years.
Quite a long 2 year, but a quick 2 year. I know that's a wee bit of contradiction there, but you know, I get it. I understand what I mean, and that's all that counts, basically.
Yeah.
But I mean, we were the exact same a couple of years ago. When we were doing like 5-6 shows a week.
Yeah.
And then I took my wee ticker attack. Laura and Craig, Sarah will tell you as well, obviously. And we thought, right, you know, we need to kind of slow things down a wee bit because it was getting too much, you know. Yep. So we didn't cut it out completely. We did take some time off. I can't mind how much, but we did take some time out. But then, so I thought, I still want to do the shows because that kind of established us, you know, same as yourself. I would imagine it kind of, I mean, it's all right being on Facebook and going out and doing your investigations, but that's not that personal connection, you know, like what these podcasts have. And I thought, well, you know, I still want to do the podcast because I've met so many fantastic people, yourself included. Well, I need to say that your own, for God's sake.
I was going to say, you got my PayPal payment, right? No.
I spent it in Easter eggs. I need to eat something. Okay. You know, sorry.
Fair play.
But I decided I still want to do the podcast, but I'm not going to do as many.
Yeah.
And then you start playing catch up again, you know. They don't come back for ratings, they come back because you treat them with respect and help them relax. You know, but that is true. It's, you know your guests has had a good time when they don't rush away.
Yes. And you lose track of time like we've done. Like, oh, we'll only be an hour. 2 hours later, we're still talking.
Well, that's, I mean, Amy last week, I guess it's the Amy, we have an hour, just over an hour. And we were on for 2 hours. And one time I did a show, it was over 3 hours.
Yep.
And it wasn't until I looked at the clock, I thought, that's nearly 3 hours I've been sitting here chatting. As you see, we've done shows, pardon me, that's a Diet Coke. I do apologise. Quite fit, quite gassy. But, you know, you and I have done shows and it's been like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. You think, you know, I need to get to bed.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm up early in the morning, what have you? I'm going to talk about right now.
I've done a 7-hour show before. And it was for New Year's and we could have kept going. We could have easily kept going 8, 9, 10 hours, no problem.
I think the longest we've done is just over the 3 hour mark. Sarah Laura will be able to tell you better because my memory sucks. I think we're just kind of between the 3 and 4 hour mark. Our kind of longest podcast. Sounds familiar. Come round for a cup of tea 5 hours later. Sorry.
Laura, I've even, and actually recently we've had this happen too. Like the Wicked Queen and my brother-in-law, we all game. Like we play video games. We were talking earlier about games, and we just start going and having fun with it. And it's like this should be on a stream, and we just hit the stream button, and it's like, oh crap, we have to get up like at 4 a.m. We got to get off of here.
But you do lose track of time, and I think that's a good thing.
It is.
Don't get me wrong, we do have some guests because of what they do. You know, say David Desmond, Craig Arn, but you are limited to an hour because these are busy people. You know, John Azuna, folk like that. So, but they are busy people, and say, look, I can only spare an hour, which is fine. You know, sometimes you'll run that wee bit over, but so they usually say, right, you know, I need to go now. But they keep coming back, so you know that's a good thing.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. And even with like the Global Ghost Hunt, like what I've been doing, which I'm still waiting to see you sign up, but even for the Global Ghost Hunt, like.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I never write anything down. I just like I've done it since day one. I just always have a pen in my hand. We shall talk about the glow because I know wee Rosie does it.
I've got pen, paper. I have stuff everywhere. But no, like even with the Global Ghost Hunt, we find that we give teams between an hour to 2 hours, depending on what we decide that year, and it's never enough. Like once you're sitting there and it's like, oh crap, it's already an hour and a half. Like we have other teams. And I think that's what's difficult for us to do this schedule because we want to give as much time as possible, but I mean, it just flies by.
We still do that. We still have to do that Global Ghost Hunt. I think all my team's in the chat. I don't know about Sarah. She might be gaming just now. So I know she was there earlier on, but she might be back here gaming just now. Because we, Rosie and Emma, do it.
Yep.
They were up. They were up for their wedding, actually.
Oh, were they? Awesome. I love them.
Rosie and Emma came up.
I love Ghoul Gang. Those two always have a lot of fun. Emma and Rosie are just like yourself. Like I know if I get them on camera or talking, it's always going to be a good time.
I will do. That'll be the first time. Rosie was up 3 times. First time Andrea was there, and then the last 2 times Emma's been there. But no, they were up for a week. For our wedding as a white back. Sorry, jumped off. What's up? No, Matt's asking about the Global Ghost Hunt. We've never signed up for it. So he's kind of put us on the spot because it's him and Brian Lafferty that run, you know, mind Brian Lafferty. I'm always going to watch this, so that's why I did it. Love you, Brian. You ever call him Brian?
No. I just call him Mr. Mister.
Mister?
Yeah, just Mister, but you say it so Mister.
Oh, hi, Mister.
There you go.
See, my accent's too strong for that. I just can't pull that off from my freak. Sorry. You know.
That I forget how that started, but somebody called him Mister when we were in a meeting or something, and he's like, Mister, and I was like, oh, Mister. So that just kind of stuck.
Aye, Brian. No, Brian is. I've actually lost touch with him. I've known him for don't know how long. Is he still alive?
He is, and he's doing really well. He owns a cafe now. He's a part owner of a cafe.
We're making coffees and stuff.
Oh yeah, coffee, tea, a bunch of stuff. He loves talking about it. He does a really good job with it.
Can you order online?
I have no idea.
Imagine his face if we ordered online. How much high delivery would be?
Just Uber Eats or DoorDash it.
Uber Eats it to Scotland, Brian, will you please?
I'll ask him that when we get off of here. I'll send him a message saying, "Hey, Scott wants to know if you can Uber Eats an order to Scotland."
A cafe de latte macchiato. See all these fancy names, I can't keep up with them. I'm a Glaswegian, and we just drink coffee. See all these fancy names. It's no me.
See, I don't mind coffee, but it's too much of a headache for me. I'm lazy. Like, these are my energy drinks, right? Just a regular energy drink. I just open it up and drink it. That's how I prepare it. I don't make.
Sarah drinks that Monster. She also drinks Red Bull, which I'm against because I'm a big F1 fan, as you know, and I'm a Ferrari man. And Red Bull are crap. We've got obviously F Bull, Red Bull. I said F Bull.
I caught that.
Well, the way they're going this season, it is F Bull, but however. So to me, Red Bull is poison. Opposing team kind of stuff. I know. Matt was asking about the global ghost hunt, so I've got our team in the chat. So, I mean, I'm up for it. As I say, I know Rosie and Emma do it. Craig, he says it sounds good. 3 cups of tea, 2 litre water a day. 2 litres of water a day. That's a lot. Laura, global ghost hunt. What's your verdict?
Real simple, and this is what I tell everybody.
Tell us about the global ghost hunt, because I can't remember.
Yeah, why not?
Sorry,
why not?
You're talking about it, so you may as well tell us about it.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm here. So this is the 4th year for the global ghost hunt. And what it is a 10-day celebration of teams and locations. And I know that sounds scripted, but that's just how I describe it, because it is. Our main goal is to bring everyone together and have fun, share off their locations, show off the passion that they have for the paranormal, and just network and just hang out and have a great time and actually show people what real paranormal investigators are like. What is it like? Show any tips or tricks that you might have in the paranormal field, show off the locations. This year, we're really going heavily on locations, because a lot of people don't know that locations are very expensive to keep up. I mean, there's one that we're doing that they need a new roof. It's over $1 million to put this new roof on for this location. And a lot of people don't know of it. They don't know that they can book for a paranormal investigation. So we're trying to help the business side of it out too. But at the same time, teams can come in, just brand new teams, and they can be seen by thousands of people and have fun with thousands of people and thousands of teams. They can learn, they can have fun, and we're just building a bigger community for people. And what I love this year is, Raymond. You remember Raymond Newsom?
Mm-hmm.
He passed away last year. So last year we dedicated last year's event to him and his family. This year we are actually starting. It's called the Raymond Newsom Legacy Award. It's an award that we're doing that whatever team has the best evidence, whether it's audio, visual, or just has the best time, who shows the passion of the field, we're going to give them some sort of award. There is going to be something that we're going to be giving out. We're not disclosing exactly what yet, but it's just going to be something as a fun event, if you will, just a fun little award to highlight a team. And we're always doing something new for the community. And this year it's free again, so there's no cover charge. You don't have to pay to investigate. I mean, if you have a location, you have to pay for, of course, but to sign up is free.
I think we'd probably do Loudon Kirk, because that's our best location, and it's free. But I think that's a really good idea, an award in Raymond's name, because it was well respected in the paranormal. He was a well-known figure, and I was surprised when I read about his passing. It was really, really sad, and I never had the pleasure of having the guy on the show. It's one of these things. I wish I'd had him on the show, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So to have an award, to remember him by, I think that's really nice.
Well, last year when he passed, we had a really quick meeting afterwards, and I don't know who said about it, but we all agreed right away that we were dedicating last year's event to him and to his family. And this year, Aaron Hoffman, a really good friend of ours, he suggested doing something for Raymond, like some kind of an award or something in memory of him. And we all took a vote. We got the audience and people involved, and the community decided it was the Raymond Newsom Legacy Award. And we immediately said, yeah, 100%, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Raymond, it didn't matter if you were new to the field, if you've been in the field for 40, 50 years, he didn't care. If you were interested and you had a passion for the field, he wanted to talk to you. He loved everybody. He did not discriminate against anyone.
I watched him quite a few times, and as you say, he was very down to earth, and as you say, it didn't matter the length of time you were doing this for. He welcomed everybody. It was a guy over here we lost suddenly last year. Alex Doran's his name was. He was quite well respected in the paranormal in Scotland, and he sadly passed away. He'd been out for some time, he'd been in and out of hospital kind of thing.
Yeah.
I had him on the show a couple of times, and we always said we were going to investigate together. He lived about 15, 20-minute drive we lived about 20 minutes away from each other, and Alex and I had always said, we need to go investigating. We need to do it. I was like,
yeah, of course.
You're wanted.
Sorry, I was just informed the rest of the family just showed up.
No, they've been here for like over an
hour. I'll not keep you much longer than the rest of your families turned up. But see, Alex and I always said, right, we'll go investigating. And see, we didn't live that far apart. We were only miles apart. But it's one of these things we just never got round to doing. And, sadly, he passed away suddenly last year. I think Felicia.
Yep, Felicia. That's actually Paraprincess. She just got involved with me and the Wicked Queen. So she's another consultant, if you will. We're training her. All
right. Best of luck, Felicia. But this guy trained. No, I'm kidding. You're in very, very good hands. I was friends with Raymond because of a pretzel story.
Yeah, her nickname is Raymond gave her the nickname Pretzels. So short version is we were on the phone, we were talking and whatever, and I heard a loud bang. I said, "What was that?" And she goes, "I just hurt my pretzel." And I was like, "Your what?" And she goes, my knee, not my pretzel. She had a pretzel and she dropped it. So just a little funny joke.
A pretzel that you eat?
Yeah, like a soft pretzel. Yeah.
I thought that was a part of the body.
So did we. We thought she was saying she hurt her pretzel. And we're like, what?
I hurt my pretzel. You keep that to yourself. That's your private business, basically,
Oh.
What I'll do is, since your family showed up, we'll wind it up here, and I'll throw you another date in the very, very near future to come back in.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Easter Sunday there, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So they're over for their Easter dinner and stuff like that, rolling eggs.
Well, that's why I have my sweatpants on.
Again, I don't need to know what you're wearing for the waist down, but thank you for offering that up, So
anytime.
We didn't even reach it out, but it's totally fair. I understand. If family shows up, it happens. But I'll give you a date. I'll send you some dates tomorrow since you're going to be busy the rest of the day. I'll get you on next week or the following week. How you fixed then?
Hey, you let me know, brother. You let me know. I'll always make time.
Excellent, buddy.
As long as it's not in the next 2 years.
No, mate. I'll get you on the next 2 weeks since we need to cut this one short. Always a pleasure, Matt. Thank you. Hope to see you soon, boss. See you tomorrow. Yes, we'll see you tomorrow, dear. But I'll keep a hold of you just for a wee second after we come off, then I'll let you fly. So where can people find you?
Real easy. You can find Paranormal Consultant on Facebook, YouTube, MB Paraconsult on TikTok. Other than that, I'm usually around Global Ghost Hunt on Facebook, YouTube as well. So you can find me on there. And we just started GGH Live, our new podcast. Well, new podcast. So I'm the host of that one. So you can find out more about the event and teams and all that good stuff. So I'm everywhere.
He's everywhere. So give this guy a look up, folks, because he really is. I've had the pleasure of knowing Mark for a few years now. And he is a really he's nuts, he's insane, but he's a really genuine. And what you see is what you get with this guy. There's nothing, no hidden extras or any of that bollocks, no even. So, but we're going to wind up there. Miami's on tomorrow night, 8 o'clock with David Espinosa and Craig Arms. She's having a chat with him. And then I'm back on the Tuesday with Hannah Haunts at 9 o'clock. But you'll see this guy in the next week. I'm going to throw him dates for next week, the following week, get him back, because we've still got plenty more to catch up on. So we're out here for tonight, folks. Enjoy the rest of your Easter, and we'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.